Okay.
Oh, are we good?
Yeah.
Can I say things now?
Yeah. This is for real.
Live? Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Awesome. I love it when we make noise for you guys. Being silent is a dreadfully dull show. All right. So
We're back.
we're back.
Yes.
We're back. We took a little bit of an extended hiatus there last week. Denny was trucking through the Midwest
On my behalf, I was stuck in the mud for one day.
Yeah.
for one day.
A big part of
Going to
Yeah.
Toadstool
Park.
Toadstool Park.
Love it. Yeah. Well, these fellas got to take a really lovely road trip back and forth and see all sorts of cool things. Chris and I got to sit in airports and be up at 2:30 in the morning to get to airports. And Denny also got up at like 2:30 in the morning to get us to an airport one day. And so we didn't have nearly as fun of a trip as they did as far as the traveling part goes.
It was a long drive. Getting out of Iowa.
Like 13 hours.
Iowa was pretty with the wind farms and everything. Yeah. And,
guys, we're talking about the Sheridan Leather Show.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay, sure.
All right, welcome to our roundtable. This is what we do the last Wednesday of every month. This month, we went to the Rocky Mountain Leather Trade Show. So all three of us went to the show. Plus, we had Brandon, Denny's wife, Mary June, and my husband, Chris. All,
In
Sheridan,
Wyoming.
Poor Dan and Brandon got stuck in a car together, but that's all right.
It was a 16-hour drive.
We had a little boys trip.
It was fun. It was a good time. It was a good bonding experience, me and Brandon. So, yeah.
Good bonding experience.
I'd never been.
How was your
to that
bonding
part of the
experience
country,
with Mary
so.
June?
We're still married.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Hey, all right.
And I think you guys are still friends, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, everybody came back alive.
Yeah. But I. Pretty awesome
That
experience.
was Denny's old stomping ground, though.
Yeah.
Yep. I spent time up in that area. It was fun. I enjoyed going back. But I had never been to the show.
Yeah.
And it amazed me. I didn't know, when you think about stuff like that, you have this preconceived notion of what it is. And then when you see it, it's nothing like that.
Yeah. When I got there, I was kind of just observing. And then once I started talking to people, I was like, oh, these are all leather nerds like me. Like, and it doesn't matter how much experience they had or how little experience they had. It was just like, everyone's just crazy about leather. And it was pretty amazing to see some of the pieces and the Al Stolman Museum, or the King Museum.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's so many different parts to the whole.
It's a whole weekend event.
It's not just a leather show. It's a trade show,
Mm-hmm.
a leather show, and what else is it?
An award show.
An award show, and just
well, and then it's a whole week of learning for students.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the most diverse instructor bases that I think is out there in the world. As far as when it comes to trades, you have like Jürgen comes all the way from Germany. You just got an amazing array of teachers there.
Some Japanese artists that were teaching some classes there too. And it was a lot of stuff that wasn't your traditional, beginner, intermediate, advanced tooling classes. It was Jürgen had his embossed this raven.
Yeah,
that was just absolutely gorgeous. That
it was amazing.
Showed me and
some
of it, Annie Lambertini had her class on figure carving and things like that. So that was pretty neat to see. The excitement for everybody coming back at our booth, and they were like, "Oh, I got to do this and this." So.
Yeah.
Well, what you think?
I thought it was great. I lead a pretty sheltered life. Here, I kind of stick close to home as far as that kind of thing goes.
Or you're just in the middle of nowhere.
Or I'm in the middle of nowhere. Yes, where no one's around.
Exactly.
But you read the magazines and you see the videos and but I got to put faces to all the names that I'd seen and actually meet the people, and most of them are pretty good, pretty nice people, and I was amazed, because they're just normal. A lot of I'm kind of abnormal, but they were normal, and it was neat. I got to see Jim Linnell again.
Yeah.
I met who all did I meet? gear.
Bob Parks came by.
Bob Parks, yeah. And
Jim Jackson.
Yep.
yeah,
Jim.
Jim Jackson. That was amazing. Jim used to be the best.
I think he still is.
Yeah.
He still is, but he sometimes the student becomes the teacher, because he's taught all these Japanese people how to do this. And I can't say that the Japanese are so much better than us, but they've developed a completely different style of tooling, than we do. You know what? I wouldn't know where to start doing what they do. I'm amazed by it.
I think the coolest thing for me was to see, these big names that you mentioned that come up and like, oh, hey, Denny,
I know.
I love your stuff.
Yeah.
This guy was
that
famous.
Was just
it
so
was really
cool
great
to see for you. Like these guys just coming up and being like, yeah, how you doing? Good to see you.
Well, it was neat, because I'm sitting here on this side of the camera. I don't know who's on the other side. Now, obviously, there's a few people on the other side of this camera.
Yeah.
So.
I had people recognize me from these round tables. So
yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
That's neat.
Look at it.
Of course,
Don Gonzalez is already talking. Yeah, nobody knows who I am. It's fine. They just know what I sound like.
They all know you.
They heard your laugh.
They
like,
know
must
you
be
on
Liz.
site.
Yeah, so we got to meet several of our customers. Obviously, we're out there. A bunch of our live shoppers. I got to make Tony jealous with a bunch of selfies with our live shopping crew that was out and about in the area. And then we just had, like the regular people that watch us all the time. But then getting to hang out with our muses like Don Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
And
Don,
this guy made friends with Don.
Don promised me that maybe he would come and do a clinic here at Springfield Leather Company at some point.
Somebody send this link to Don Gonzalez.
Yeah, Don. Look, Dave said that Don had a lot of nice things to say about you already. So I don't know. He's been talking about you somewhere.
And TJ just mentioned the podcast. That was something that Don brought up to you.
Yeah. He said maybe we'd do a podcast together. You guys?
Denny doesn't know what that means.
I don't know what a podcast is, but I'm in.
It's the same thing as this, but like fancier. A lot of times they wear cool headphones and they talk into a microphone.
Well, he said we do it over the phone.
And they do that. Yeah.
So, that's good.
We'll get you hooked up. You got a phone over there.
I got a phone.
Well, we just had a really amazing time. It was a lot of fun. This is the third time that I've been able to go out to Sheridan and just seeing the community, seeing all of the leather and the art and the leather debut is just an inspiration. I know that we've got a little inspiration in the house over here with that leather debut.
Oh, yeah. I'm inspired. Yeah.
Denny came back with a little bit of competition under his belt.
I did.
I think that you did.
Oh, yeah. You decided. Yeah, my old boss, old Keith. Keith Seidel. Yeah. Is that who I'm competing against?
Well, Denny went out there and he got a chance to look at all the saddles that went in. He got to see what won this year. And I think he got an itch.
I've got an itch, yes. And we are getting ready to build a saddle.
We are getting ready.
Leather Company. And I think, unless I mess it up really bad, which I hope I don't, but I think we will enter it in the show next year.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I'm pretty excited about it. Just being able to witness that leather debut and see all of the art from an array of crafters. You have beginners that enter. You've got kind of a couple kids categories and some youth categories. So you can see, but some of them are just really incredible already. You've got, like 12 to 15-year-olds that are already doing beautiful leather work. And that's super exciting to see as a leather community that the youngsters are excited about it and coming into it as they grow up. I was able to talk to Chris Andre with Slick Bald, and he's going to be coming through this area next week.
Yeah, he told me.
And so we've been talking about this since last year, but, life got in the way and things are really busy. And so since we had about a year to percolate on it,
Percolate.
Sometimes it takes that long to get plans done. But next Monday, he will be coming through here. He'll be stopping at Springfield Leather, and we will be doing, there's Mary June, we'll be doing 2 separate separate lives with Chris Andre. We will be talking about holster making. He's going to come in and talk to you guys all about holster making. So that will be in the morning next Monday. And then in the afternoon on Monday, we will be discussing entering into the World Leather Debut and what that means and how you guys can do it. I know that we've really never talked about that here before. And so I'm excited to kind of encourage our customer base and you guys out there to do that, to build something and to enter it and to kind of get out there in the leather community. Because you don't have to be at the show to enter into the leather debut. You can send your pieces in if you can make it to the show. I just think that's phenomenal experience.
Yeah, half the people that won in their categories weren't even there to accept their awards.
Yeah. But everybody, welcome. This is Mary June. This is Denny's lovely little wife.
The camera.
And then she brought her granddaughter in today.
This is granddaughter,
Hi.
Adelia. Yeah.
Welcome
My
in.
other granddaughter.
Yeah. Did you get your license?
Yes.
Good job.
You got your license?
Got my permit.
Your
Got
permit.
your permit.
All right.
We're going. Tony's daughter just got her license last week, and he's a nervous parent right now.
She just arrived safely.
He's tracking her everywhere she goes.
Oh, you got her bugged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a cell phone.
Yeah. We're just talking about the show we were just at.
Yeah, Mary June, what'd you think?
Oh my goodness. I have never been to anything that I've enjoyed as much as that. And I don't know if it was the show or you people from Springfield Leather, but you made it good.
Good. I'm sure everybody out there made it good too.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you watching came by our table, but she definitely gave you a cup and some free patterns
And a lipstick holder.
and a
Oh, yeah.
lipstick holder.
Yep.
Yeah.
The nice
She was on it. We hired her for
We
retail
thought they
already.
were knife sheets, but they're
Now, I had it-
holders.
Yeah.
I had a good time with the snake skins.
You did.
Got rid of a few of them.
Yeah, we did.
Sure did.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Well, we were really happy to have you there. It made the trip. And I've got to say, I have a pile of birds and butterflies and flowers at my house right now. And I need to bring you some paper before I use it all.
I've got some ideas.
Good.
I'm always
This lady
got
taught
an
me some
idea.
origami in the evenings. We spent the evenings at our Airbnb folding paper. It was a lot of fun.
I showed Quinn when I got back.
Even
Yeah. I showed her how to
wonderful.
make a little swan.
See, but what we need to do is translate that into leather.
Now we're going to have to do some leather origami. It will happen one of these days. We'll figure it
I
out.
think so. You all are very creative, and I'm just amazed. It just gives me cold chills. How much fun I had.
You're so easily amazed.
I am.
I think
That's
so.
why Denny keeps working here.
I just give me a rock or a flower, and I'm gone.
She's good to go. I got to see Denny in a hole in his yard digging up the pond.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
See,
We bonded
weren't
a
at the
lot.
show 24 hours a day.
We had some time.
one. Wow.
All right.
What are y'all doing with skunks?
Well, we're going to tell him about all the stuff that we found at the show.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah. All right. Well, so let's see here. So we got there and we got our table all set up on Thursday afternoon, and then the show didn't start until Friday. So Friday morning we came in and we kind of took turns going out and about and seeing everybody around and seeing all the cool, fun stuff that was there. And Denny and I ended up over in the other building where they had the leather debut and a second set of vendors. They kind of had us divided into two different sections of the college campus. And I found Denny talking to this Duff's Leather Care Company.
Yeah.
And so they came up and said, Denny, we know you like saddle soap. We hear it's your favorite thing. And so they had a version of saddle soap, which I actually just kind of like that it's so clear.
Yeah, it is just
Oh,
clear.
that's the bottom of the.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
bottom of the tent. And I use it a little bit, so it's a little cloudy at the top now. But they, I think they gave you a 10.
Yes, they
Does it smell?
gave me a sample of 2 or 3 different things.
Yeah. And so I bought a little section. They had these fun little
that's
brushes which I needed a little brush to clean my nice leather shoes.
Yeah.
So in any case, I've already used
Lemony
this
brush.
once on my black leather sneakers that I have, and I love it. They look really, really great. But Denny will probably be using this little product, and we don't have any right now, but depending on what we think, we might bring some on. Or if perfect, if you want to reach out to them, that's the company. This is this, and I believe, I don't know if they go to all the shows. They were at Sheridan. They are up in Utah, looks like. But if you're interested in getting just a couple different, it looks like they had different versions of saddle soap for the most part, maybe a conditioner.
Yeah, these are glycerin saddle soap. They
Yeah.
also sell an oil conditioner type product.
Yeah.
I have it all back there. I forgot to bring it in here.
That's all right. I brought this.
Yeah.
It's good. So,
But they wanted me to use this to burnish edges with on
Okay.
vegetable tan leather, and I think it probably worked pretty good.
all right. Well, we're going to give this a shot. We're going to
Yeah.
try out a different brand of saddle soap. So if anybody out there has tried doing that or tried these products, let us know what you think. We'll give it a shot, and we'll probably be using it here for the next few months, I assume, on videos.
Yeah.
Denny, what did you get?
Yeah,
Oh.
you got some cool stuff.
Denny got
I got
spoiled
some
this.
new toys. I did get spoiled. Springfield Leather bought me an old smoothie.
Got an old
which
smoothie.
is a swivel knife that I've wanted for a long, long time.
Stretch.
And I got to use it Saturday, and I just love it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's bronze, and I'm going to give Kevin a race to see who spins better.
We're gonna have a
Spin-off.
a spin-off. Yeah, so this is Chuck Smith. I don't know if you guys can see that. A Chuck Smith old smoothie.
Yeah.
Look how pretty that is.
It's not a new name, you guys.
No, this is an old. Denny's like this. I mean, you said 30 years, which is most of my life.
At least 30
Valley
years.
Center,
Yeah.
So
California.
got Denny one of them guys.
Yeah.
How,
Got,
what?
got a cobalt hollow ground blade in it. Yeah, oh, it's
Just
cool.
cut like butter
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, so Denny's real happy there with his new swivel knife. What else you got?
And then this
Came from
is
our
the
neighbors
show.
at the show.
Yes,
Yeah.
our neighbors at the show. Sean Woodson and his wife were there, and
Pretty.
that's a Damascus. It's a 100-piece Damascus, I think, is what
100
it said.
layer.
100 layer, yes.
Wow.
Got your
Yeah.
mosaic pen on there too.
Yep. Yeah. So this guy was set up just across from us, and they were set up across from us last year as well. Really nice couple that just makes a whole array of different leather crafting tools.
Knives.
Yeah, knives.
Yeah, mostly knives,
Yeah.
I think. With
Yep.
different types of knives.
Yeah, they had head knives and they had some scabby knives
Yeah.
and some trim knives.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think Brandon got Ryan in the shop a knife from them last year, and
Yeah.
he's been just amazed with it. Super sharp. I don't know. He says he really doesn't have to maintain it all that much.
Yeah.
He's really happy with the quality. So check those guys out.
And they had a drawing too, and one of our
And
very
Chevy
own
guy.
Chevy guy
Yeah.
got the drawing.
Took home a
Really?
knife.
Chevy
He
guy
did.
won one?
Yes,
He
won
bought,
one.
what did he buy? Like
Oh.
2 or 3 knives while he was
Yeah.
there with them, and
Yeah.
then he won one too. So
Yeah.
it was
Nice.
deserved.
So it was kind of
Nice.
they were great people. They were really nice. and
Yeah.
friendly.
They're good neighbors to have. And then we also treated ourselves to some very, very special stamping tools from
Wayne Juski.
Wayne Juski, not Wayne Gretzky. So if you guys have the privilege to, I think he just sells at the shows. I'm not really sure where else you can get his tools besides just probably calling. But we got his little catalog. We actually don't have the tools yet because they didn't accept credit cards. So we had to mail them a check when we got back home. So anyways, our tools are hopefully shipped and we will have them soon. But they just make some really awesome, like we got a couple basket weave tools. They just have some really awesome centers to some of their
Yeah.
basket weaves. I got a geometric that has a really cool border. I think this was one of the geometric situation that I got over here, I believe. Denny
I
got,
Yeah, really nice. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
The-
so they have this
the rivet
doming.
setters.
Yeah, this doming set where it puts like this little burst around the outer edge of the copper rivet.
Yeah.
So Denny will be using this guy on his saddle. So
I
pretty
also
cool.
got a really nice big
Yeah.
flower center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And those tools,
It's nice.
they just felt great in your hand. They're just well
Yeah.
made.
Yeah. So pretty awesome tools. They are not the cheapest tools, but that's all right. So check them
Just
out
remember,
for
a
some custom
bargain
tools.
is never a bargain.
That's right.
That's right.
Maybe.
And use Kevin's credit card.
And use Kevin's credit card. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the best way to go.
Yeah.
And then, since we couldn't find any beaver tails for a long time,
Yeah, we've
so
been out
at
of them
the
for a minute.
show, I found someone selling some beaver tails. So if you need any beaver tails for your knife sheaths or
Some good old veg tan beaver tails.
they are
Rock and rolls.
Make
pretty fun.
really
stuff.
cool bow handles.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
I want
So-
to touch.
They're,
How many did you get? 18 of them?
Yes.
All right.
Mhm.
So we have 18 of these. Do you know how much they're going to run? Are they all different prices?
They're $25 a piece.
$25 a piece on those. You can give us a call if you
Yep.
want one, and maybe Tony and I will put a handful of them on live shopping this
Yep.
week.
So
So,
win with.
no, we are not going to Waco. Really, Sheridan is the only show. Every once in a while, Rusty will go out to Prescott, but
Mm-hmm.
really, Sheridan is the only show that we set up at. Justin blew over a box. Let's see here.
Oh, and on the way back.
Yeah.
But so on the way back from our trip, Brendan and I did a little bit of kind of went the scenic route and saw a lot of different things.
I don't think it was quite as scenic as these guys.
No, I didn't get stuck in the mud on the way to Toadstool Park. But
Toadstool Park.
yeah,
That was incredible.
that's what he was telling me. But we stopped right outside of Deadwood. We came through and we saw this little tiny. It was like a cabin. It looked like a log cabin. It said Trevino's Leather on the outside. So we're like, we gotta stop there. And we walked in, and it has a lot of your biker gear and stuff. But he, Eli was his name. He was really just, I think he was the third generation owner of it. He grew up on the property right next to it.
Okay.
So it was right outside of Deadwood, and we were talking to him, and I asked to use his bathroom. And I walked, he's like, yeah, it's around back. And I walk around back, and he has this porta potty set up next to this really like pretty picturesque mountain stream. And so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I like this. This is rustic. I like it. But no, he was great. And we ended up, chatting with him for a bit, and we got some elk skin.
Yeah, we've got one piece, one cool elk.
Mhm. Yeah.
So maybe we'll also have this on live shopping. We'll see. I
So
don't
we
know.
got that, and then we got this beautiful. Brandon wanted to buy this beautiful skunk hat.
Oh.
So it's
That is a pretty hat.
Yeah.
That's just what I've always
Yeah.
wanted.
right.
yeah.
I know. I guess he figured since we got the
Did he
we got like a
make-
coyote hat
Yeah.
last year,
So he made it,
and then maybe there was a badger hat that we got.
But he
Probably
had
retail. Yeah.
a ton of furs.
Are you gonna put that on? Mary
Oh,
June?
sure.
All right.
You might smell like skunk.
Put it right on your head. That's
No.
all right.
It doesn't smell.
Perfect. It fits you perfectly.
Fit.
Yeah.
She's
You're
ready.
always saying hats are too small for you.
Yeah, this one fits.
All right. Well, there you go. I
That's
think
a
it
nice
looks great.
hat.
It
What do
matches
you
your
think,
outfit.
Adelia?
Looks amazing.
It really does look good on you.
You wear this to school?
No.
Oh, man. That's
It's
beautiful.
pretty.
Look
pretty
at this.
Yeah.
He's
This-
a
Not
good
all
one.
skunks have V's.
Mhm.
Some are just one striped. So skunks are very interesting.
So that was kind of neat.
Yeah,
And then
she's a skunk lady.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But so that was kind of neat to sit there and talk with him, and kind of just from one leather
Random
shop
stuff.
to another.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of furs, a lot of great stuff out there. That he had a lot of furs that would come in just from guys trapping in the Black Hills, and
Wow.
they'd come and just drop off some.
Does he finish them?
Yeah, he'll finish them. He makes these really, really neat belts that he uses elk antler to kind of texture the belt. And,
Oh yeah, you sent
yeah,
a picture of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of interesting and really nice to talk to him and just kind of touch base.
Did
So
he make this?
He did make this.
Wow.
So yeah,
I
we
have to figure out where he is.
2 years ago we brought back the raccoon
Mm-hmm.
from Wisa. And so
Oh yeah,
Brandon saw the
our
skunk hat.
dancing coon.
Yes, cinnamon.
Did everybody like the pictures of our squirrel riding the pheasant? Everybody appreciate that? Did everybody see that on Facebook? If you haven't seen the squirrel pheasant situation yet, either come in on retail or go to Facebook because
I
it is.
haven't seen it.
You haven't?
I need to see it.
It's pretty fantastic.
Squirrel on a
on a pheasant.
So Brandon saw that, and he's like, "We got to bring it back to the store." I said, "Okay, let's get a skunk hat."
Do it.
Yeah. I also bought a cowboy hat from Sheridan's Leather. I
Nice.
didn't bring it today, but
I looked at my hat, and then I said, it's too hot outside to wear a hat.
Hey, Memorial Day is the date that you can change from a felt hat to a straw hat.
Oh.
Oh.
And I have to
Labor
get
Day.
another hat?
Yeah, you'll have to get a straw.
Dang
Labor
it.
Day is when you change from straw to felt. And it's against the law to wear them in the wrong season.
Oh, just like white?
Yeah, not really.
Well, I went to put it on and I was like, who would wear this during the summer? This is, my band is going to be sweaty before I even leave the house.
Well, we need
So
to
that
work
makes
out a
sense.
deal because all I have are straw, and I have a plethora.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a pile of origami for you. I'll trade you for a hat. My birds even fly. I did.
Oh, they do? They
I
flap
found a
their
thing
wings?
and yeah, she flaps her little wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty good.
All right.
I would finish one. It took me like 5 minutes to make them, and I made like 7 one night, and I kept like putting them in Chris's face, and I'd flap their little wings.
I'm sure he appreciated that.
I think he did. He thought it was funny. So Larry had a comment about buying tools, and I think it's fantastic. He said with tools, it's always buy once, cry once.
Yep.
You know? You make
Yep.
the purchase, you cry about it a little bit, but then you never have to make the purchase
Yep.
again because
That's
it's
right.
going to last forever.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
So if it's not worth a good cry, then maybe it's not worth buying.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right.
You're just going to waste your money on Tim.
Yeah.
Kevin's crying, I guess.
Yeah.
Kevin will be all right. We got you some fancy conchos. You didn't even bring
Oh,
those
yeah.
in.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, for this
Yeah.
contest that we're about to enter.
Yeah, Denny got himself some fancy silver
Yeah.
conchos.
Yeah, I got some nice
Cool.
conchos
Yeah.
for the saddle.
They're real pretty.
They had there was a lot of used tools there.
Mhm.
So it was pretty neat to see, all these.
It's a good place to go and just kind of find it. Like, I found a pair of wing dividers
Yep.
that were like, mine that I have are kind of just like a cheap pair at home. And Chris bought me the ones that he found you,
Yeah.
like the really flat, short ones, but they're too short for my hand and they kind of fall into here. And so I'm not able to get a good grip on them. And like, they were just too fat. Like, I didn't like the feel of it.
Mhm.
And so we were out there and I just, at the same place where I think you got the beaver tails,
Mhm.
they had some, used wing dividers. And so I picked up a pair for like $35 of like some perfect flat ones. And I've been using them this week as I've been making my knife sheath. And I'm like, this was a good purchase.
Yeah.
These feel good.
I did the same with. I got some wing dividers
Yeah.
as well for that. So,
Yeah.
but it was really neat to see, just from a first time perspective, just to see all of the, everybody was getting along. Everybody was so friendly and nice, and it was just.
Yeah.
It was really just a bunch of leather nerds getting together and just talking leather.
One of the things that I noticed that I had no idea about was all the Japanese beautiful arts in
Mhm.
leather.
Mm-hmm. Well, so speaking of, why don't we go ahead? We put together a little slideshow of the pictures that we
Yeah.
took while we were out there. So I hope you guys can experience some of that. So I'll have Tony maybe hit play on that, and we'll watch our little slideshow. And then we have
Oh,
You want to talk about them?
this won first
yeah.
place. So this was a Japanese artist, and it won first place in, was it pictures, I
Yep.
think? All right.
Oh, this
There's-
is the drum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was
Chris Andre.
Chris Andre put together a drum, and I think there's a bigger picture of it somewhere. But
Yeah, we'll get there. This was the workbench at the
Yep.
Ann and Al Stolman up at the King
Yes.
Museum.
and Al Stolman's bench there
Yeah.
and his tools.
Some more
Some of
pictures
the
of the
saddles.
saddles at the King Museum. If you want to look at
Oh.
some saddles.
Which
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you want to look at some saddles, go to that museum.
there's me on
Oh,
a
I
jackalope
love
in front of Wall Drug.
Rabbit
Yeah.
ride.
How'd you get up
Denny
there?
got some new boots at
Yeah.
the
I
Wall
did.
Drug.
Oh,
I
you stopped
did.
there too.
Denny got some ostrich
So
boots.
here we got Chuck Dorset, Denny, Don Gonzalez,
Ehrenheiser.
Aaron
Heiser,
And the guy from 23 Plus Patterns. I forget his name. I should have
You
looked that up.
remember-
I'm sorry, my
Huh?
friend.
That's
Remember
after the
his
skunk
name?
hat
Yeah,
purchase.
no.
Give you a hand for that one.
So this is more of the drum.
So that's actually Ryan's
Mm-hmm.
piece.
That he tooled.
There
So
was
this
probably
is
10 different pieces that we all kind of did
yeah.
around
Yeah,
here.
he
and
he
submitted.
just sent us a bunch.
Uh,
Oh, this is
This
a
also won
Poo-Poo
first
case.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think this was another Japanese artist.
It was.
Yeah. It is a beautiful, beautiful case.
Yeah, this
braided,
was some
braided
rawhide.
Rommel reins.
Yes, this was some braided rawhide, and this was absolutely incredible to see.
Yeah,
the braided
Spencer.
back.
Spencer needs to get some inspiration from this.
Yeah.
Spencer could enter this show and do well. Oh, there's some more
Yep.
Japanese.
That's a
Japanese.
leather notebook that won 3rd place.
Is that third?
And
Second.
the photographs really
Second.
don't do a lot of
No.
this stuff much justice, but
We
Yeah.
tried.
So that was a 3rd
Yeah.
place whip, and I was like, "How is this 3rd place?" It was absolutely just incredible to see the craftsmanship involved with that.
Yeah.
I think that was a 21 strand.
A lot of really amazing braiding. And we met, there was a kid there, Spencer's age, from up in, I think it was North Dakota or one of the
Yeah.
Dakotas. And he took 1st place in standard, like, leather braiding. And then he took 2nd or 3rd place in rawhide braiding.
Mhm.
And his work was just fantastic. And he was just a young whippersnapper,
Yeah.
just, I don't know, like, farming. Doing things.
Yeah.
He was planting trees. He was in tree planting season, so he was out there planting
Yeah, and then,
miles of trees.
and then the winter times when he said that he braids.
Yeah.
He just sits there and braids.
Look at that
Yeah.
carving.
And that
Beautiful.
that won 1st place. That was another Japanese artist. That was a backpack.
Joe Melling. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
Joe Melling.
Joe Melling.
And this is just some of the stuff that they had for sale. There was some iguana, snakehead fish.
was that from the snapping turtle?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't see this.
That
Yeah,
was
that
one
one
of
was
the
on the
leather
back wall.
paintings.
I missed it. Or did
Oh.
I?
I think I don't remember seeing it.
That's some of Al Stolman's tools. A lot of those are handmade.
I do like that little like Lazy Susan situation.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, the Al Stolman
And
shop was pretty amazing. I mean,
each one
he
of
must-
those rings spins independently.
it would have taken me a lifetime just to build his shop.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know
it
how
was
he
pretty
had
neat.
time to do any leather work.
And they had some of his original sketches and stuff from like
Mhm.
the doodle pages and all that. That was really neat to see. Yeah, there's that.
It was
Japanese
such an
artist.
incredible piece. It's so much depth to like
Yes.
one piece of
Yes.
leather.
Is this the fellow that did the feathers?
No, that's a
Nope,
lady.
that,
Mm-mm.
that
Oh,
was that
different.
was another Japanese
That was
artist.
she. So she was actually there, and she went up on the stage
Oh,
when
yes.
she won.
Yes.
Yeah, at the award
I
ceremony.
saw her.
So.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
a cool
cue.
case.
Mm-hmm.
I showed that to Kevin.
This is more of the drum.
There we go.
That's another
mine.
one of
So this
Denny's
is
piece.
so this drum Chris Andre put together in coordination with Herman Oak. They provided all of the leather, and he cut it into the pieces. And I assume we'll get to a full
Yeah, there's
blown out
there's one.
picture at some point.
That's another. That's the
That was
inside,
inside.
of that leather
Journal.
Wow.
notebook. Yeah.
Really incredible. I think Chris Andre had been working on it for like over a year to get all of those pieces
Yep.
back. He sent all those pieces out to different leather artists all across the world.
That's in the Stolman Museum.
Yeah.
Don
You're
King
not allowed to
Museum.
touch the bear, but we may have patted his nose.
Mm.
Don't tell anybody.
So that's
the back.
That's the back side of it. That big
Yep.
piece in the middle. That's Jim Jackson's piece.
Okay. Yeah, and so that's the tanning pits
Yeah.
at Herman Oak. So imagine those are the beams running across the top, and all of those pieces there, kind of in the middle, are representation of like sides in a pit.
Yep.
Or being pulled out of a pit. And this was the Al Stolman Award. So this year, Barry King was the recipient of the Al Stolman Award, and he is the only person that has won both the Anne Stolman Award as a youth and now the Al Stolman Award as an adult. And that was just a really special thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
It was.
He's done so much for the leather community, and really, I mean, he makes so many tools and so many different things that are
Yeah.
just pivotal to.
Everyone that's in leathercraft knows what a Barry King tool is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we all
Even if
love
they've
our little
never
selection.
had one, they always want one.
Yeah.
Yep. So that last picture was a stormtrooper. They had all these little figurines that were just made of leather completely. You're just like, how in the world?
That's amazing.
Oh,
that was
that was-
another
yeah.
piece
Another piece
on the drum. Just look at that artwork.
Mhm.
It's so incredible. It's another album.
That's
Yes.
Yanni's.
That was Yanni's.
And that was at his booth. That wasn't even in the
That
leather
was,
debut.
yeah. That was
Just
pretty
the
cool.
feathers.
Yeah.
And that's all made of leather. It's
Mhm.
incredible.
So this is the big
That's the full picture of the
front
drum.
piece.
Somebody even tooled
So,
Shep's face down there at the bottom.
Yeah. I think I had a piece. Anderson, Ryan, Spencer, Denny had a couple in there as well. So that was pretty cool to see your name amongst these,
Rock
huge
stars.
names, rock stars. Yeah. So this was Nick.
Yep,
That's
Nick
his
Feller.
piece.
He's a great braider. That
Where's
was our
our booth?
little booth with all of our giveaway
So
stuff.
that, that was the morning of day one.
Yeah, so
So
if,
the end of day one, all of that was gone.
I think we had like some key fobs left.
So yeah, there's the bigger drum.
You made the face.
Your face will get stuck like that.
That's right. Now
So
you
that's
tell
the
me.
bigger piece. Mine was underneath the cowl, the little triangle piece.
It's just some really incredible. That's us with Keith.
Me
Mhm.
and Keith, yeah.
Yeah.
He's expounding upon something, I guarantee you.
Uh,
So yeah.
all right. It was such an incredible time for those of you that came and said hi. We really appreciate everything. We appreciate, I mean, you guys are the reason that Denny is there, that they know who we are at all. So we appreciate all of you guys that spend your mornings and afternoons with us and take time to participate in our little community here. It's really pretty an incredible thing. And speaking of the community, at the very end of the award ceremony on Saturday night, the city of Sheridan previewed for us because Sheridan is the home of Sheridan style carving. That is their history. Like that is what Sheridan has given to the world is amazing leathercraft. And just a handful of spectacular craftsmen have come from that area. And the city of Sheridan has taken the time to put together a documentary about leather carving, and just the leather craft in general.
And specifically, Jim Jackson and his work. So
With the Japanese.
Jim Jackson went over to Japan and taught a lot of artists over there about
And they came
leatherworking,
here.
and they came here and they
Yeah.
kind of really took to it over there.
Yeah.
And, so it kind of focuses a little bit on that because Jim Jackson's from that area.
Yeah.
And he's got a beautiful his workshop
Studio.
at that
At the
studio,
Brinton Museum.
And it looks pretty phenomenal. So
Yeah, and
we'll
so
have it out soon.
it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the preview, the trailer for it is up on YouTube, but we're going to show it to you guys here today. I don't think it has a release date yet. They said that they are in talks with Netflix, so maybe it will be coming soon. I don't know. I don't have any release information as far as that goes, but we wanted to share that with you guys because we think it's such an amazing thing for the leather community to have this kind of exposure to the world. And so check out this trailer for I am
a craftsman.
I am a craftsman. I am a craftsman. I'm just a craftsman.
I've always found it fascinating that the Sheridan style was very attractive to the young carvers, toolers over here, people like Tako Otsuka. He was drawn to those designs and that particular thing because it was unique. It was not his everyday sort of experience.
I was a salesman for Wrangler Japan. I decided to resign to go to America and to learn Western saddle making. At that time, there was no internet, so all I could research was how to get to Los Angeles airport. After that, I had no idea what to do.
If you find the medium and the tools and all of that that connect you with a way to express yourself freely, and if you love what you're seeing, that expression comes out. It's in the work.
To me, it was just a way to make something that is very fascinating
And beautiful.
to own or to use. I had a great admiration and desire to become a fine craftsman. like donking, just a hip, and you in the far future.
I don't always thought myself as a craftsman, but I'd worked for enough shops that I had a goal.
Yeah, isn't that
So,
awesome, guys?
yeah.
I'm super excited. I'm excited to see that when it comes out. It was really cool. They made a movie about leatherwork. What? What is that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. So we're really excited about that. That was an awesome thing to see. The Sheridan travel people were there at the show.
Mhm.
They were videoing the Al Stolman Award. So I wonder if that's going to be like a little shoe in at the end or something that they'll
We all might
kind
be in it.
book in. Who knows? Who knows?
But I think what was the most incredible thing was how many of you all came up and were like, I watch the videos every month. I watch all this stuff, and just the love and the appreciation. It was really humbling just to think 3 years ago I had no idea about leather, and now I'm introduced into this grand big old world, and it was really a good time.
Yeah.
That
It's
gives me cold chills.
So we thank all of you guys for supporting us and being part of our family. So we look forward to going again next year.
You
and
guys need to come next year.
yeah, all you guys,
Yeah.
come on out. We'll rent a bigger house.
We'll get
Don't tell Kevin I said that.
we'll get Chevy's dad to take us off.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm still the grandmother.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
Absolutely, she will be grandma to everybody.
she'll
So
teach origami too.
that's right.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us
Yeah,
today.
thank you.
That is our show. We will be back on Friday with trading cards. And then next week will be we will have Chris Andre here on Monday. And I want to, the video will be at 10:30 a.m. Until probably noonish on Holster Theory. And then we'll come back at 2. And we will do entering the leather debut and talk all about kind of the process of going into that competition, what you should be looking for. Chris Andre is a judge of that competition, and so he'll have some insights for us. And so we'll just have a nice day Monday, and then I think we will re-air those videos Wednesday and Friday for those that don't get to join live on Monday, but we will be doing that live. So if you can make time to be with us on Monday, that would be super awesome. We would love to have you and have the conversation with Chris while he's here. So we look forward to seeing you guys later, and we'll see you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.